Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. When I was homeless, you opened your door. When I was thirsty, you gave me to drink. Now enter into the home of my fathers. Guys, I really feel sad doing this video. I want to say that we all have some level of humanity in us, and I believe that in a case where you see that someone needs your help, your humanity should be automatically activated. You do not need a soothsayer, you do not need a prophet, you do not need your pastor to tell you this. From the homes that we grew up, we have certain kind of doctrines that we should exercise as we grow up. Even if we do not have these doctrines at home, we can copy this in public. We can copy this from people who are exercising certain things like this. I know you all might be wondering what I am talking about. I am talking about Nancy Umeh, who has been trending on social media this week. Now, guys, you're welcome to Contemporary Views. My name is Gillian. If this is your first time on this platform, do well to subscribe and follow this page or channel so that you will always get notifications when I'm live and when I upload new videos. Now, guys, I want to talk and appeal to some of you, your consciences, all right? We all are humans, and for the fact that you are doing well today, it really doesn't mean that other people cannot do better. Okay, we all have that humanity in us, and we expect for it to be activated. All right, when we see the need, you would see that we have a lot of deleting going on. By deleting, I mean like taking people's lives away from them, going on by domestic stuff. Why is this very recurrent among us today? It is because people tend to feel frustrated when they face some domestic challenges in their places of work, when they feel abused, when they feel relegated, when they feel stepped on. They tend to, have that breakdown, and then consequently a clapback, of course, which is usually not very decent. Now, when you have domestic staff in your house, by domestic staff, I mean your cleaners, your cooks, your guards, your errand boys, your office assistants, your drivers. All of this group of people, we can term them domestic staff because they help you in your domestic duties. Now, if you think that it is easy to carry out some of these domestic activities, you should try doing them by yourself. Then you would understand that it is also very challenging for the people who carry out these activities. Now, why I am concerned about this particular group of people is because a lot has been happening lately that centers around this group of persons. Recently, there is a story out there that a lady was actually deleted by her employee just 2 weeks after he had hired her. And when investigations were carried out, when he was asked why he did that, he said he was in some kind of difficulty, yes, and he demanded for upfront payment or something, and the boss did not give it to him, so he became desperate. He wanted to rob her, and then he caught her, and then a struggle ensued, and the boss was deleted. There is also another instance where a young woman who used to talk down at her driver, actually the mother of this young woman employed that driver, but she was so disrespectful to this man, and out of anger, the man got her beaten, and this ended up taking her life. It is not the only case that you know. There are so many out there that you know that I don't even know, but it all stems from the fact that you treat your domestic staff not nicely, and then consequences ensue. You also remember the case where a young girl was caught on CCTV camera, trying to put substance inside food to delete an entire family. You're aware of that, I guess so. If you are not aware, all of these things are happening and they are all on the news. So most of these domestic staffs cannot retaliate openly. So they rather begin to conspire against their employers. And most of the time, it is very, very bad. The results are very, very bad. So my point is, if you have domestic staff in your home, it is high time you start treating them like human beings. Treat them like people. Treat them like family. Imagine you spend 24 hours a day with someone in your home as your housekeeper, but you do not have the courage to trust that person. Meanwhile, technically, your life is in the hand of that person. This person makes food for your entire family. This person sees to it that your clothes, your plates, and whatsoever are clean. If this person decides to hurt your family, it's going to be very easy for them to do so. That is why you have to treat them like human beings and not like animals. This is your driver. You talk to your driver anyhow. You look at him as though he is not fit, he's not good enough, but your life is in the hands of that driver. The life of your family, your children, is in the life of that driver when he drives them around. Don't you think it is only but normal for you to treat them right? Does it mean that because you are doing well in life, they cannot become better than you? Do you know tomorrow? Do you know what is going to happen tomorrow? I think you do not know. It pays to treat people nicely. I used to tell my friends that if you were not corrected while growing up, you will be corrected in public, all right? Because, of course, your mistakes will not be at home. Your mistakes will not happen only when you're growing up. The same mistakes you made while you were young, once you grow old, you will still make those mistakes. And you, of course, it will be public, and the people of the public will make corrections for you. They will correct you. Now, this is the case, like I earlier mentioned, of Nancy Umeh, and the whole world is dragging this woman. I want to say that personally, I don't follow her, yes, but from time to time she pops up on my timeline, so I see some of the things she does. I want to say the thing I admire the most about this woman is because she has her natural hair. She flaunts it, she always wears her natural hair, and she minimizes makeups and other things that women will prioritize. That is what I admire the most about her. Now, the second thing I admire again about Nancy Umeh is because she is very supportive of her sister, her younger sister, Kora Obidi, who has had a lot of trolling and problems and stress online before the whole world. Now, I am not talking about Kora Obidi today, but it's also an interesting topic. Nancy Umeh happens to be the #1 supporter of her sister, Kora Obidi. Now, personally, when I watch the way she supports her sister and does not admit to the fact that there are some things her sister is doing that are not right, or she categorically comes out to support anything that her sister does, to me is questionable. But everybody has their family and they operate their family the best way that suits them. But today I am talking about what Nancy Umeh has done that has the whole media space angry at her. She was seen in a video discussing with her dad, who had just entered Nigeria. And in that video, her driver, who happens to be the family driver who drives her children to school and drives she and her husband around town. The story goes that she had asked the driver to go pick up her dad. Please take note of that. The driver is Nancy and her husband's family driver and not her dad's driver. She asked the driver to go pick up her dad. I want to believe that if the driver accepts to do so, that will be him granting Nancy a favor, because I want to believe that being the driver of the Umeh's family, he has got nothing to do with their dad, who is not a member of the Umeh's family. But let me not digress too much. The story goes that she asked her driver to go pick up her dad. The time was like 2 a.m. So the driver was saying that he had waited too long at the airport to pick this man. This man was supposed to come in, say 10 p.m., 11 p.m., but it extended to about 1 a.m., 2 a.m. at night. So when he managed to bring her father home, this is a new mansion they live in. I understand it is a 4-bedroom mansion. So there's no way there was an extra room, according to Nancy Umeh, for the driver to sleep in. It is said that she has another house where her workers have a quarter there where they live. So this driver was insisting to go back home to their other house where his quarters is, where he could stay in his own room. But Nancy is pleading with him not to go because he has to transport some things for her tomorrow morning, the next day in the morning, so he should stay back. But now the problem is Nancy is not willing to have this man spend the night in her home. She could be here clearly telling the man that he should sleep in the car. And the way she said it, it's not like it's the first time. It looks like this is something that has been done before, wherein they go somewhere or the man comes over and the man doesn't have a place to stay, and she asked her to stay in the car. Now, it is really wrong for Nancy Umeh to have said that in public. But what baffles me the most is she rather came out to justify her actions. You know, when you're doing a live video, there's something you can say that you didn't mean it that way, or if it was not a live, it wouldn't have been a problem. Because it was a live, you said it, and you made another video now to defend yourself. It means that actually you meant what you said in that live, and it wasn't a mistake. Because I, for one, I didn't do this video since last week because I felt that it was a mistake. We all are liable to mistakes because we are human, all right? But if you do something and people are calling you out for that thing, and then you come out to still insist that you were not wrong, it means that these actions were premeditated. This is something you've always wanted, and this is something you would always go for. All right. So now the point is, she didn't want this driver to go home to his place, and she didn't want the driver to sleep inside her house. And she said in her video, watch the video and I'll be back.
The access to open my door for any, let's say armed robbers, for example, to enter my house. No, I cannot sleep in the same house as an outsider.
As someone who doesn't have the same ties.
And if at all anybody is supposed to sleep in your house, listen to me, if anybody is supposed to sleep inside your house, you need to do all the background checks in the whole world. I'm talking to people that have nannies for your young children right now. Thank you, Wendy.
Now you have watched the video. It is clear that she has children, and her children are her priority. So the man who drives these children to school is not her priority. The man who drives she and her husband around town is not her priority. Even if this man is not her priority, this man is still a human being. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It doesn't mean that because he is your employee, he is less of a human than you are. So to me, I am saying it is very, very wrong for Nancy Umeh to have treated this old man this way. Remember that this man could be somebody's husband. This man could be somebody's father. This man could be someone's uncle. He is treasured in his own family. I want to imagine that if this was done to Nancy Umeh's husband, she would not like it. I want to believe so. If this exact thing was done to her children, she would not appreciate it. If you have staff that work for you, who are loyal to you, why treat them like slaves or like outsiders or less of human beings? Before you are whatever you think you are, people made you. People made you. It is because you rely on some of these domestic staff that is why you are able to go about your own duties freely. I want to believe that she knows, or she has not forgotten, that at some point in time she must have left these children to the care of this man. I mean, when he is driving them to school and back. I don't think it is always that she's in the car and the man is driving these children to school. Administer grace. Most of you claim to be Christian, but very simple test of life, of humanity, of compassion, you don't pass. That is a very, very not nice thing that Nancy Umeh did. And I really feel bad about that. Now, as always, we take home lessons. I have just one lesson to give out today. Treat your staff right. Treat your domestic staff right. Make them feel at home. They are family. Whether you like it or not, they are family. Even if you do not agree, they still are family. Do you know why? Because they are around you. They make sure everything works well for you. They make sure they are there to protect you, to help you, to sort you out. That is what family does for you, okay? If you don't like them, it is better you sack them rather than treat them really badly. So please, have some humanity. Exercise some humanity towards the people who cater for your family, towards the people who do your dirty work. Some of you women out there are so lazy. You are so dirty. That is why you need to hire people to clean your mess. But then you start treating those same people like the mess that you create. They too are human. They deserve respect. They deserve love. Anything could happen to that man outside. Anything. Your car is more precious than the person who is driving the car around, carrying you and your family and servicing that car. He should sleep outside in the car, in the compound. What if there is a break-in and this man gets deleted? Would you be able to come out and say that your children are your priority? This man is supposed to be your priority too. If you didn't want him to sleep in your house, you should have just let him go. What happened to your living room? You could offer him the couch. You could offer him even the carpet in the living room, since you didn't trust him enough to stay in your room, in one of your rooms. You could pair this man with someone else. I don't think those two children have two separate rooms. Even if they do, just for one night, you can join the children in the same room and then give one room to this man. Even the children, I don't think they are going to give this man ample respect. You're not training them right by making them see that their domestic staff are not good enough to stay in the same place with them. Madam, if you don't appreciate what this man is doing for your family, it's rather you fire him than disrespect him like that. As usual, I will always ask you to keep your comments coming in. All right? What do you think about this? Do you think Nancy Umeh is right? Please comment at the end. If you think that she is wrong, I need to see that at the comment section. And you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed. Why is that? I need you to tap on the subscribe button, all right? You'll be the first to get notifications when I upload new videos. Thank you so much and see you on the next video. Bye.